don't even know where to begin with some of the stuff that's come out from this chapter of Boruto. So Boruto chapter 15 did not drop just yet, but for some reason some scans have actually surfaced online from the chapter, and you know the chapter isn't out yet because it's not in English, right? It's still in Japanese. Nobody actually translated it. Now, if you guys remember, after Boruto defeated Momoshiki with the help of Naruto and Sasuke, we always need to bring that up because we can't act as if Boruto could take out Otsutsuki level threats by himself, at least not right now, especially since it's two gods fused with each other. It's just that nobody really calls it Momoshiki Kinshiki fusion because ain't nobody care about Kinshiki like that, right? So Boruto talks to this god, which by the way, only he can see. Naruto can't see this god, Sasuke can't see this god. After the defeat of this god, it became like this ghost, and this ghost haunted Boruto. Those two had a conversation where Momoshiki basically told Boruto that he's like a devil. Basically told him like his eyes are going to take everything away from him one day. He has eyes of destruction, right? But after that conversation, after the contact that Boruto made with Momoshiki, he suddenly has this diamond-shaped mark on his palm. You could call it a seal, you could call it whatever you want. We don't even know what it really is yet, what is its purpose, where it even comes from, right? We could assume that it has something to do with the Otsutsuki clan though, because Boruto got it right after contact with Momoshiki. Now this mark is expanding. You actually see it corrupting Boruto, right? It's probably some kind of like curse mark that is going to give him some kind of superpower. Now, we know how Boruto looks a little bit later on in life because in episode 1, we see him fight Kawaki and basically they have all of these sealings / curse mark all over the fucking body. So it's confirmed that the manga is pretty much jumping into material where they're going to start introducing Kawaki as a character and we're going to start to understand their relationship prior to where we see them later on or in episode 1 in that flashback. It's not technically a flashback, right? It's a future clip, but y'all get the point. What's confusing to me is not the fact that that shit is growing on Boruto. I expect it to grow, and I want to understand what that is. It could even be a tattoo, right? Boruto maybe joins some kind of organization, and I actually made a video about that a while ago. I was one of the only people to call it that Boruto could possibly join some Akatsuki-Like organization, and that's where Boruto and Kawaki's history start with each other. Now, another scan comes out, guys, and we see all these guys in robes basically looking at this board, and this board has all these like symbols on it, and that's starting to creep me out, and that's starting to change my opinion on what this curse mark or what this seal is. Because if it only has to do with the Otsutsuki clan, then why are all of these people in robes talking about or, looking at all these seals? Because if you actually look on the board, you can match some of those seals or marks or tattoos with what Boruto and Kawaki have in the future. So look at that, that's one seal right there on his arm, right? You see that on the board. Then you've got some more markings and tattoos that match up with Kawaki, right? And you see that on the board right there. So it is all connected, obviously. It could be a possibility that this organization sends Kawaki to the Hidden Lee village, and keep in mind we actually see Kawaki in the chapters earlier on. They send him to the village to retrieve Boruto for some reason. And maybe that mark corrupts Boruto's head. Like, it actually slowly, makes him evil. I don't really know. And what I'm really curious about, because if this was just, a bunch of crazy religious nuts worshipping the Otsutsuki clan, drawing voodoo signs on the freaking wall, that's one thing. But it's like they actually have a connection to the Otsutsuki clan because Momoshiki gave him that mark, right? So, I don't even know where to begin. So, that pretty much confirms the fact, guys, that Kawaki has a connection to the Otsutsuki clan. In fact, it's safe to assume that every single one of these members possibly have those markings, right? Because if two of those markings match up with Boruto and Kawaki, and there's a bunch of markings, every single one of these members probably has some kind of crazy abilities. Really reminds me of the Akatsuki. Now, they probably have entirely different goals, especially when you understand where the Akatsuki came from. They didn't start off as a terrible, evil organization, but they were misled. That could be the case here, and all this is really making me understand why Momoshiki and Kinshiki found planet Earth, why we keep seeing Toneri stalk the Earth from the moon. Like, why do we keep seeing this Krusty? You know, they keep reintroducing him. Well, it's because they're slowly tying the Otsutsuki clan back into the story. They're making them vital, important characters again. So naturally, we're going to see more and more and more, like I predicted. In fact, when you see the shadows of Momoshiki and Kinshiki being referenced in the story, you see an additional character right there. That character could indeed appear very, very soon. You know, these are extraterrestrial gods we're talking about. I'm really surprised that the entire clan wasn't watching the defeat of Momoshiki and Kinshiki. Maybe they were. Maybe the entire Otsutsuki clan knows about what happened exactly on Earth. And now they'll seek vengeance. Now they want to make sure that these humans don't start crossing into the other lane. I mean, if Toneri could stalk all these guys from the moon, was to say that some of the other members couldn't stalk them from other places. Now, it was stated when a human being kills an Otsutsuki clan members, they receive some kind of curse mark, right? And for those of you confused as to why Naruto and Sasuke don't have one, it's because they didn't actually kill Kaguya, they sealed her. And for those of you confused about Sasuke's curse mark, what are curse marks? So, curse marks are senjutsu that come from a Kekkei Genkai, right? This Kekkei Genkai was actually extracted from Jugo. Now, we know all Kekkei Genkai, all jutsus, all techniques, they all come from the Otsutsuki clan, right? So all of this is genetics that basically got passed down and manifested in different ways. So the curse mark that Sasuke had, that Orochimaru gave Sasuke, that expanded, is connected to the one Boruto received as well in a way. They're just different versions. I'm wondering if Boruto's curse mark will have stages, right? And what we're seeing is like stage 2, and maybe stage 3 is where it expands all over the body. I don't know, guys. I'm only speculating. I'm probably going to be wrong because there's just so much to come out, right? We're just touching the surface of all this craziness, and man, it just feels good knowing we're jumping into a new arc of Boruto where we've got a brand new set of threats, this new Akatsuki-Like organization, and they're all connected to the Otsutsuki clan. And I know this is crazy, I don't actually think this is the case, but if Boruto got this curse mark because he killed an Otsutsuki clan member, well, what if Kawaki also killed an Otsutsuki clan member? What if every single one of these people in this organization killed Otsutsuki clan members, right? I don't believe that's what's actually going on, right? Because that would be a little bit too much. There's clearly something more to this, almost like maybe they'll even hunt Boruto down because he has that mark. And that's where maybe Kawaki gets the mark. Maybe they do some kind of experimentation. We know that's a thing. And maybe Orochimaru will become very interested in all of this. And he'll go back to being the snake we've always known him as. I said maybe a lot, right? I've been speculating quite a lot, and that's because there's a lot to speculate on, guys. So don't take this video as 100% facts, anything I'm saying. I'm just throwing theories out there because all this shit is getting me excited. And I'm actually going to show you guys one more image. We see one of their faces looks very, very pale, right? Like the Otsutsuki clan. But what is most worth noting is the fact that one of them has that diamond-shaped seal/curse mark on his chin, right? Fuck, man. What the hell is going on? This is the same mark that Boruto received after he killed an Otsutsuki clan member. So you're telling me this dude did that too? I don't think so. Is he an Otsutsuki clan member? Is he a Fa Otsutsuki clan member? Was there some experimentation going on? Guys, I don't know. I'm as clueless as you guys are. I'm just sharing some of this information, took some of these scans, tried to dissect them for you. I need to review the 15th chapter of Boruto when it comes out, when it's translated in English, of course. And one last thing to note, Boruto had troubles using his Rasengan in chapter 14, right? It actually dissipated. Now, I don't know if that's because he was getting strangled or if that has to do with the mark, but that is very similar to the situation with Sasuke where he had a big trouble using Chidori, right, when he had his curse mark. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments section below. I mean, a lot of us never really questioned Orochimaru's knowledge on the Otsutsuki clan, but he probably knows something is up, right? And at the same time, who's to say